In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to cut and sew this wide leg palazzo pant with pleats by the side. So this is what my recreation looks like. So this pant has a pocket by the side, and it also has pleats by the side. This is what it looks like by the side. So the pleats by the side is to make the trouser to be very wide at the bottom. If this is a tutorial you're interested in, don't forget to like this video, drop a comment in the comment section, share this video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. So guys, for this trouser you will need about 3 yards to 4 yards of your fabric depending on your size, but the minimum you should use is 3 yards. The name of the fabric I'm using is called Jonkoso fabric. You can also use crepe, but I would prefer you use a Jonkoso fabric or fabric that looks like Jonkoso to crepe. So now this is the pattern I'll be using. This is the pattern for the trouser I'll be making, and this pattern, the trouser does not have that, so I'm not adding that to the waistline of the trouser. So if you don't know how to draft a trouser pattern, you can let me know in the comment section. Maybe I'll just share the link with you, or I'll just pin it in the comment section. But this is my trouser pattern. If you look at this trouser pattern, you will notice that it is short. This is because I don't want to add extra to the bottom, but when I'm cutting I will add extra. I will use my accurate trouser length for this length, but this pattern is not the full length of my trouser. So when I'm cutting on the fabric, I will increase this. So the next thing we will do now is to divide this pattern. You can actually divide it anywhere, but what I did was to just measure 1 inch first. So I measured 1 inch here, then I measured 5 inches. So these 5 inches that I'm measuring, it means that when I want to add space in between this pattern, I'm adding 10 inches space. That's what it means. So I measured 1 inch, then I measured 5 inch. That's from the waist to the center front. I have 6 inches. I hope you understand. So I first measure 1 inch. That 1 inch is the space that will be in between the joining and the pleats. Then I measured 5 inches. So for that 5 inches, that means that I'll be adding 10 inches space in between this pattern. Just keep following to understand this better. So let's assume you want the space that you want to add in between your pattern to be like 14 inches. That means you measure 1 inch, then you measure 7 inches. So that's, you'll be able to put 14 inches in between. I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain. So you go ahead and cut your pattern into two, and when you want to transfer this on your fabric, you put the space. You know, I said I added 5 inches to mine. That means I'll be adding 10 inches. So now this is how I splitted the pattern on my fabric. I've pinned it down, and this is the space in between. So that space in between is 10 inches. Like I've said earlier, that I measured 5 inches on the pattern, so I'm adding 10 inches in between. Yeah, and as you can see, the length, like I said, that the length the length of the pattern is not my full length, so length I've added the extra length to the bottom of this fabric. So I've went ahead to cut out the fabric, and I've added the necessary sewing allowance. As you can see, at the crotch area, the side, the joining allowance, and every allowance I needed, I've added it. And the space, the allowance in between, I've added everything. So I'm just removing my pin and my pattern. Now it's time to fold the pleats at the waist area. Remember that we left 1 inch by the waist side, and for the sewing allowance at the waist I added 1 inch. So what I did now is to measure 2 inches. So I'll measure 2 inches from the side like this, then I will notch that point where the 2 inches is stopping. Then the next thing I will do is to measure 5 inches. Remember that we have 10 inches space in between these, but because it will be pleated, so I'll just measure 5 inches. Then I'll fold it like this. See the way I folded it? I'll fold it like this, then I will pin it down at both ends. So I'll pin this end down so that it doesn't move. Then I'll pin that other part to where it is stopping. I'll pin it down too. Before I pin it down, I will confirm if it is 5 inches before pinning. So I'll pin it down just like this, and this is what we have. So the next thing I will do now is to move to the other side, and I will also do the same thing. So from the side, from this is the side, I'll measure 2 inches. Remember the 2 inches, I'll measure the 2 inches, then I will notch that point, then I will measure 5 inches and fold and pin it down. So this is the 2 inches that I notched, then I'll measure 5 inches from after that 2 inches, then I will fold it. Don't get confused, I will fold it. See the way I'm folding it. So I'll fold it, and the folding will stop at that notched point. I'll pin it down, then I'll pin the other end to down. So this other side too, I'll pin it down just like this. So after pinning this down, let's go ahead and cut the back before we now start sewing all this. So if I want to fix the pocket, the 2 inches I have left is what I will use for the slanting of the pocket. So just keep watching to see how I will do the slanting. For the back, I decided to try this method of opening up the pattern, but I left 2 inches at the this crouch area, you will see. So I have 2 inches left from the center back. Yeah, 2 inches there, as you can see what I have at this side. So this is what I did with this, and I will also be adding the same 10 inches in between this. So this is what I have in between. Then I will go ahead and cut this out. So guys, this is the front, and I'm trying to shape out my pocket. So I folded the fabric underneath it. So I'm shaping the side, there's the side of my trouser. So that's what I just shaped out from the straight fabric I wanted to use for the pocket. So now it's time to now shape the opening of the pocket. So I shaped out the waist at first, the waist of this trouser, it has a waist. Then I'll be shaping the opening. So what I just did was to just measure 1.5. I have just 2 inches there. So I measured 1.5. Then for the length of the opening, I think I did about 7 inches, just 7 inches. Then I just slanted it down like this. So you slant it down. So this is how I slant it down. So I'm cutting the two pockets together at one point. So one will be for the right and the other one will be for the left. So for this video, I did not really show the sewing process of this trouser, because if you can get the cotton, trust me, you can sew this trouser. So the way you pin the front is the way you also pin the back. You pin the back for the pleats, then for the pockets you go ahead and sew. So for my trouser, it has a band, so I also added a band to it, and it has a zipper at the center back. So after sewing, this is what my trouser was looking like. As you can see the pleat there, so you can decide you can iron the pleat down, so that the pleat can be stable, or you can just leave it. Yeah, so you can see the pocket, you can see my pockets, you can see the pleats. So the pleat started after, immediately after the pocket here. And yeah, so this is the band, and this is the back. So it has a zipper at the back, and this is the pleat at the back too. So this is what the trouser looks like. So let me know if you have any question. Let me know in the comment section. And if you haven't liked this video, please like this video, drop a comment for me, share this video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much guys for watching this video, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye.